Hey everyone, Teamudf here, and I've reached 1,000 subscribers. I just want to thank everybody for subscribing, having a good time, and making it worthwhile to just screw around and put some game and skit footage on YouTube. Now we have a ton of celebrations to go along with this milestone. At this time, though, I'm just going to start going through the appropriate questions that were posed for the Teamudf question and answer game. Swerve Edit, I want to give a shout out to Kanuki for drawing me some awesome fan art. This is Kazudo Nolan, and the second picture is Kazudo and Zealous and Shivan from the Tales of Cyrodiil. I really appreciate the art. Thanks again. Cool Kid 129811 and a bunch of other people ask some variation of the question. When am I using the Desert of Elsewhere mod? What was I using it for? Why was I saving it? Yeah, so that idea has more or less gone out the door because I did get the deserts and I did look through it, and it doesn't have everything that I thought it would have. Basically, I was saving it for a special type of skit, but there are no palaces that are finished. There are, like, next to no interiors done. There are barely NPCs running around, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to use the Deserts mod for what I originally wanted to use it for. In light of that, I might just have to review it and let it go at that. So, yeah, we'll contend with that in the future. But for now, I have to say that the use I had in mind for it is pretty much out the door. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog 009 asks, "Hey, how's it going?" No, okay. Are you looking for voice actors? Yes, I am. I will put up whenever I get unlazy enough to do it, I will put up the audition video, which will probably have specific characters, and I might let you guys pitch your own character ideas. Maybe. Don't take my word for that right now. So I don't want 1,000 comments with, "Oh hey, take my character," no. Okay, I will make you my bitch asks, "How long are you going to make videos on YouTube?" Until I get bored with it. Boomstick 161, no, literally, I don't have anything else to say to that, like, until I get bored with it. Boomstick 161 asks, "What is the best mod you've ever played in Oblivion, Age of Towers, and Servant of the Dawn, and Lost Spires?" Yeah. How many subs did you have at the first 10 videos? I think I had about 5, and then maybe like somewhere between 5 and 12 when I came back, because I had people that kept asking me, "Are you ever going to make another of those review mods?" Because back then I had only done like the Shonen Zukuri House, and I was like, well, crap, I might as well come back. So I came back and started doing my whole thing. Hooray! That Fallout 3 guy asks, "What are some of your favorite games of all time, and what's your favorite game?" Oh boy, some of my favorite games, definitely from the Legend of Zelda series, A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, typical stuff. But I've also been a huge fan of the Mega Man Legends series. I think that's pretty much an overlooked series as far as most Mega Man fans are concerned, but it was really good. I enjoyed it very much. Sonic the Hedgehog, anything from the Sega Genesis, the Dreamcast, some of the older things. You know, past, what was it even called? Past Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you know, they just kind of started losing their appeal to me. GoldenEye, oh man, GoldenEye was the game for me as a kid, especially in, like, I think it was 4th and 5th grade. I would just play GoldenEye, whether by myself or with friends, just non-stop. It was always GoldenEye. Everything was about GoldenEye. A little later in my life, Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. And that's pretty much the only notable GameCube I can think of right now. If I think, oh no, I know one other, but I'll get to that in a bit. Ninja Gaiden Black, or just play Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox, whichever version you prefer. That was an awesome game. I mean, never before had I had so much fun in a freaking ninja game. That was just ridiculously cool. Everything about it, the gameplay, the music, the graphics, everything. And then Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, more or less, was another of my favorite games. I'm kind of disappointed that some of the more recent Splinter Cell games they don't have that same feel as Chaos Theory. But as for my favorite game of all time, it is Skies of Arcadia Legends. Whether it was, well, I never played the regular Dreamcast version, I only played the GameCube version, that's Legends. But, oh man, just everything about that story, it was phenomenal. Everything about the story and the gameplay was phenomenal. I very much enjoyed that. Thanks for the question. Alright. MNMman48 asks, "Do you play Halo Reach or Halo 3? Why, yes I do. I do play Halo Reach, and I still play online. Okay. How, Timo858 asks, "What's your fave mod of all time for Oblivion?" All time. Oh, man. For the sake that I seem to always go back to it when I'm doing skits and whatever else, I don't know, I'll just have to say, Ancient Towers. I feel like I got a lot from Ancient Towers, and it was more or less my first mod, but it's one of the main reasons I always keep coming back to mods. I mean, it really has just pretty much everything that I could ask for in a mod, even though it didn't really have a storyline or anything. It had enough custom stuff, and the design of the place was just phenomenal. Everything about it. So yeah, it's kind of a tough question, but maybe of all time, probably Ancient Towers. Okay, Aether666, uh-oh, no, okay. He asks, she asks, they ask, I don't know. What was your reaction when you first played Oblivion? Well, I first saw my friend Jay actually introduced me to Oblivion. I just kind of watched him play it for a bit, and it looked pretty cool, so I decided to pick it up for myself, I think Christmas 2007, 2008, I don't remember exactly, but... And then I started playing it, and the sewer portion was actually, like, I thought it was kind of interesting, but it wasn't really holding my attention that much. And then I just got outside into the open world of Cyrodiil, and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing experience. I'm gonna have so much fun, and I did, as you guys can clearly tell. Alright, Dill Pickle 246 asks, what was the first game you played? Ooh, I want to say it's Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. That's a long time ago, though. That's reaching into portions of my memory that I don't really have the access to. He also asks, what are you taking in college? Well, next semester I'm going to be taking a creative writing course, 2 education courses that I never remember the name of, and Intro to Real Analysis, which is pretty much the study of calculus-based proofs. Okay. He asked a third question. That was against the rules, but I think someone else asked that question later on, so that's okay. We'll get to it. Okay, let's see. Where are we going here? Got some discussion on Skyrim. Okay, here we go. JSSJR90 asks, do you think the Elder Scrolls V will have the feeling of Morrowind, or the same generic feel that most people saw of Oblivion when it was released? Oh, because I never played Morrowind, so it's kind of difficult for me to answer, but I suppose, let's see, Destiny Seraphim is suggesting that they're not going to be the same, or Skyrim's not going to have the same engine as Oblivion and Morrowind, so it looks like it will be different. I'm not entirely sure what the generic feel most people saw of Oblivion means, because I was frankly blown away by it. I guess I'd have to play Morrowind to know what you're talking about a bit more. Your second question. Do you think Bethesda will improve on story of the main quest? Oh boy, I sure hope so. Because the Oblivion story, I wouldn't say it sucked too much. Like, you seem to have some pretty strong feelings about it, but I don't know, I was kind of annoyed with it, I guess, at some points, but since it was the first game of the franchise that I had played, it was enough to keep me interested, but as I'm sure most of you did, I just veered off into the side quests a lot more, and as you all know from my Servant of the Dawn playthrough, I didn't even bother redoing the main quest on the PC version. I just used the console to bypass it. But yeah, I hope that Bethesda does improve on the story a bit, especially if they're doing something with those dragons and whatnot. I mean, really. Okay. Posty990 asks, why did you start reviewing Oblivion mods? That's a good question. I don't really know. I think what I ended up doing is I was browsing YouTube, and I saw a bunch of recommended Oblivion mods, and I started thinking, well, I want to do Let's Plays. I don't really see any Let's Plays of mods on here, and maybe I just wasn't looking that close enough, because I really don't remember finding any at all, and I just decided, well, hey, Oblivion seems like it's a lot of fun, so I've got this PC version of Oblivion. If I'm enjoying these mods, maybe other people can enjoy these mods too, and so I just kind of started going at it. Hence Lotto asks, how is your study coming along? It's going great, thanks for asking. One more semester and then I'll be doing my student teaching, so it's pretty much over, although I might go to grad school, maybe even PhD level if I can handle all the ring theory and quaternions and topology, everything else that explodes in mathematics and the higher level, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, Ben5Rokes asks, hey Teamudf, what mods are your favorite on Oblivion? Well, like I said, Ancient Towers, and I don't know, Servant of the Dawn and the Lost Spires are the two quest mods that I enjoy the most. Samurai version 5 is, as well as, oh crap, what is the other one? Oh, Moriar's City of the Dead. Of course, those are the two mods where I got my costumes for Zealous and Kazido. Kazido. Okay, stop it. But yeah, I guess those are my favorite mods overall. Oh, the Lost Spires. I might have said that already. I think I did say that already. We're just gonna move on. My boy asks, Teamudf, what class do you use in Oblivion? I'm totally not joking when I say I use the Zealous class. I made my own class. And maybe if I remember at this point, I'll throw in some footage to show exactly what that class entitles, but because I totally don't remember off the top of my head what all the major skill choices were when I decided to make that. But yeah, custom class. Definitely custom class. Gaming Unholy asks, Teamudf, why are you so cool? I don't know, you guys tell me. Mick2 asks, do you have any skills over 100 in Oblivion? Yes, I do, and once again, if I remember, I will put up footage right now showing what those skills are, because off the top of my head, I have no clue. And your second question, are you going to mod up Skyrim? The short answer is yes. The long answer is I want to put together a mod team so that we can work on some kind of story quests, maybe armor weapons mod, because doing mods by yourself, it's a really taxing it's really taxing the process that you have to go through in order to get everything working right if you just want even more than like a player-owned home. So yeah, I do hope to put together a Skyrim mod team eventually, actually. And whenever Skyrim comes out, you guys will hear more about that. Comedy Man Bran asks, what do you think about Skyrim so far? Do you think it's going to be good or bad? We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but I have high hopes after Oblivion. I know a lot of people don't think Oblivion was quite as good as Morrowind, which I can't really speak for again because I never played Morrowind. But Skyrim I'm definitely going to give a chance. I don't think it'll be bad. It might not hold up as much as Oblivion or Morrowind, but I don't think it'll be bad. Okay, your second question. How many and what game consoles do you have? The short answer is that I have every major console right now. The Wii, the 360, and the PS3. Yeah, okay. Guess I don't have to elaborate more. Roller Coaster Xanath, without an I, asks, what are your expectations of Elder Scrolls V? Okay, we kinda went over that already. Do you have any hobbies other than Oblivion, Zelda gaming, etc.? Yes, I do. I am actually a writer as well, which is why I'm taking the creative writing course. I write, not so much fan fiction anymore. I started writing a lot more original fiction because fan fiction can only be entertaining for so long before you just have that desire to make your own universe and just go with it. Okay, we've got some discussion here. These aren't questions. Alright, here we go. Crystal Aurora asks, did you ever play WoW? And what did you think about it? Yes, I know that means World of Warcraft. But no, I have not played it, so I don't think anything about it. My friend plays it, though, and he's pretty annoyed with it. But I think I don't know. Will you ever make and release your own Oblivion mod? At this rate, probably not. Someone elaborated that I did make a mod, and you replied again that I never finished it and put it on for download. Yeah, I'd rather, like, work on my Zelda game and some of my other projects as opposed to making an Oblivion mod, simply because now we're kind of rolling in that Skyrim territory, and there are already plenty of established Oblivion mods that are probably better than anything I could come up with on my own. So, yeah, for now, the Teamudf Oblivion mod department is pretty much closed. Magical Rubik's Dude. That sounds fun. Anyway, he asks, how did you get into playing Oblivion mods? With an upside-down question mark. I don't remember how I heard about mods, but all I remember is that when I did hear about mods, I suddenly bought the PC version of Oblivion because I wanted to expand the gameplay. Second question, how did you get into YouTube in the first place? I don't know, I was probably Googling for some kind of video and stumbled upon YouTube, and then I got addicted like all of you. Hooray! Meditation00 asks, did you ever use OOO? And I forget exactly what that stands for, but the short answer is no, I did not. It didn't look like it would be that fun. I mean, increasing the difficulty is fine and everything, but that's not really what I was looking for at the time. I might use it in the future, but for now, not really. And the second question, what are your favorite RPG games? Even though the G in RPG stands for games. Ah, no, okay. That's kind of a running joke I used to do with everyone. Okay, like I said earlier, Skies of Arcadia Legends, that's my favorite game of all time. It's also conveniently an RPG. I've also played Chrono Trigger, but I never finished it. And now people will suddenly be very angry at me, but I never finished it. I really need to finish it because it's freaking awesome. And Final Fantasy X was the other RPG that really stood out for me, especially the storyline, which was, I don't know, I guess you'd have to like complex storylines to enjoy most of it, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty cool. Lyle202 asks, what's your favorite childhood TV show? The Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Although I think by the time I started watching it, it was just called Mario All-Stars, because they didn't have the live action segments anymore. But this is definitely my favorite childhood TV show. And, second question, what's the first video game you ever played? Oh, I think I answered that. Pac-Man, probably from the Atari 2600. Okay. V-Zone Fan 2 asks, what are you planning to do with the the lair from Manamarco Resurrection? I forget how it's pronounced as well. What are you planning to do with that lair? Nararodi, that was it. What are you planning to do with Nararodi? I'm actually contemplating getting rid of that mod right now because it continues to annoy me with some of the smaller things, like sometimes Mage Guild people will come up to me and they'll talk to me, and when I try to exit the conversation, their dialogue just initiates again, so I have to reload an older save to get out of that, and I know that's a result of Matamarco. But for now, there'll be a couple of cameos, and actually I already released episode 5 of Tales from Cyrodiil, so there's one cameo from the Matamarco mod there. That's not Nararodi, but I don't know. Could probably do that comedy thing where Zealous and Kajito have no clue that they live next to each other. We'll see. Second question. Is there any mod you have not done that you would recommend? Oh, jeez. Done on YouTube, I'm assuming you mean. Myths and Legends. I'd take a look at Myths and Legends. That was pretty cool. It's a small little... It's not really a treasure hunt mod, but it just kind of points you in the general direction for legendary weapons and such. I liked that a lot. And then, of course, Gates to Asgard Episode 1, which in my opinion is the much better version of Gates to Asgard Episode 2. Looking for horror, go at it. And Haunted House, of course. Let's see, Jack C. Knack asks, what gave you the motivation to become a Let's Player? Oh, man. I was running around YouTube, and I found Kaizo Mario playthrough by Proton John. I don't remember his whole name. It's probably just Proton John SA, actually, because I haven't been to his channel in a while, but I'm like, wow, people actually, they just watch other people play these games, and they commentate, and it's so much fun. And then I found that one for Parallel Worlds so long ago, and I watched it, and I had a blast, so I'm like, yeah, I want to be able to play games and share it with other people and mess around. So yeah, that was pretty much my motivation for wanting to do Let's Plays eventually. Is the draw of having all the fun with everyone, pretty much, and having a lot more interactive videos. Roeen7 asks, what was the first Elder Scrolls game you played, and how did you come across it? Oblivion, told that story already, my buddy Jay. Second question, are you anticipating Elder Scrolls 5 or Mass Effect 3 more? Ooh. Let's see. Well, I know I'm going to anticipate Mass Effect 3, if only because I won't be torturing myself in insanity mode when the time comes. But I'm going to have to actually say Elder Scrolls 5 is going to keep me anticipated just a bit more, because I know it'll be interesting to be able to just start modding in a brand new game and start from scratch along with everyone else at the same time, and then just being able to Let's Play that at the same time this whole plethora of mods are hopefully going to come out. So yeah, For that reason, probably Elder Scrolls 5, but I do look forward to Mass Effect 3 as well. Okay, J Perdutha. Wow, you guys have interesting usernames. What is your job? I teach mathematics. Specifically, I teach Math 21 at my college right now in the fall and spring semesters. It's kind of an internship program thing where I teach with another colleague of mine, but we're both like instructors and we get paid and everything. But yeah, let's see. I don't really have any more to elaborate on that. It's pretty much just what I do. I teach math. CSSORZ asks, best game of all time. Did that already. What is the nerdiest thing you've ever done? Nerdiest thing I've ever done. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that. I can't think of. Probably, like you'd have to know a bit about math to get this, but there were instances where I would joke around with my buddies, like we'd be out in a restaurant or something, and we'd be eating pizza, and I'd be joking that the pizza was an injection or a surjection, which basically means it's getting completely eaten by I don't know. It was, yeah, I guess. You stayed in line to get Black Ops at 2 a.m. That's not really that nerdy, though. I mean, playing video games is starting to become one of the cooler things to do, I've noticed. I mean, back when I first started playing video games, yeah, you were a definite nerd if you started playing video games, but now I see a lot more preppy people and jocks even playing all these first-person shooters and everything, so I wouldn't beat yourself down over that too much. Billy the Toddler. Wait a minute, you're supposed to be, I forget what the age, screw the whole thing. Hey, Teamudf, what is your favorite Oblivion mod? I did it already, Ancient Towers probably. RuneScape Nerd 12345. Oh wait, you didn't ask a question. Okay. Anyway, Doctor Who 30 asks, do you play Oblivion on Steam? No, I do not. Second question, how do you put mods on Steam? I don't really know, maybe someone else can help you with that, because I don't really use Steam. I'm not really that familiar with it. So, yeah, sorry. TSX Grim Reaper asks, let's see. Oh, hey, I got him into Let's Playing. Cool, hey. More power to you, my friend. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, what does Team UDF mean? Ah, yes. Okay, UDF actually stands for Universal Domination Federation. This was a small little role-playing group that I made in like 2001, so that I could just like tell stories with friends and screw around to pass the school time pretty much. And then it just kind of kept growing, and it grew, and now we're just a bunch of friends pretty much that have the same general interests, I guess you would say. Like we all enjoy gaming and stuff like that. But yeah. That's pretty much why. Okay, time out. You want me to grind 245 rupees in this? I'll do another game! I'm called Team UDF because I actually lead the team. But anyway, what is your name? I never know how to address you. Just address me as Team UDF, but if you people are curious, my first name is Brian, with an I. Alright. The Smoke Gunner asks... Oh, wait, I was gonna... Okay. No, wait, yeah, the Smoke Gunner asks, how old are you? 22. Mad Hatter 1324 asks... Let's see... And the Smoke Gunner did have another question, but that's one of the ones I'm pushing to the end. Mad Hatter 1324 asks, what was your reaction to the announcement of the Elder Scrolls 5? Probably like, cool. Alright, so I guess we're finally getting ready for the next Elder Scrolls. Like, I didn't freak out about it or anything. I wasn't really super fanboy happy or anything. I'm just kind of like, oh, that's kind of nice. You know, we get to go to another continent, get to visit Skyrim, as about 1,000 people told me in PMs and just spamming my channel with it constantly. And even though I've already acknowledged that I know it exists, I probably still get a ton of PMs with people like, oh, Team UDF, watch the trailer, Skyrim's coming out. Ah, good stuff. Second question. What is a recommended computer that is good for playing games such as Oblivion? I've had a lot of success with my Sony Vaio. My friend Jay has had success with... crap. I don't remember the specific name, but it's some type of Dell computer. I know it's a type of Dell computer. And, basically, just anything with a lot of, RAM and a lot of... crap. Why am I blanking on these specs? Oh, good processor, of course. And some storage room, probably, because Oblivion eats hard drive space. Ignoring that, awkward moment, Magical Mike 2 asks, how do you play your Oblivion when you're playing it casually, not LPing and not grinding skills? Well, I don't really grind for skills anyway. I just kind of screw around and pass the time. Playing it casually, that's kind of a tough question because there aren't many instances where I do play it casually anymore. Like, I'm always messing around either with skits or mods. But usually when I'm playing it casually, I'll just maybe elaborate further on some of my role plays that I do in the skits and maybe some other custom ones that I'm testing out for Tales from Cyrodiil. And it's kind of shifty. I don't really... Shadowfire6497 asks, how many subscribers do you picture having in the future? 1 gajillion. No, I don't know, maybe. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to break like 5,000 or something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when Skyrim rolls around, if there's just a sudden flood of people that subscribe. I mean, I don't really know how to gauge that. So that's kind of a cop out. I probably should have skipped to your other questions. Well, whatever. Are you ever going to make an Oblivion character video showing your stats, level, etc.? Yeah, I really should do that, shouldn't I? Well, if I remember, here's footage of that now, maybe. I'm not even sure. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the appeal to those videos are. I mean, I guess I could just throw some little short 2-3 minute thing up there, but I don't know. I guess it was just that I was never that interested in it, but yeah. The Denied Hope Drummer, interesting, asks, okay, this has perplexed me forever. I'm sure it has. No, what is it? Oh, what do I look like? I have tried to match up a face for the 500 videos. Wow, it has been that many videos. No, it's almost 600 now. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? No, anyway. Yeah, I might get to that a little later. Someone else also asked if I was ever going to show my face as another question. But, yeah, I probably will in the future. There's really no reason not to. I just don't have anything to talk about if I were to do that. Trufu9, are you going to get The Elder Scrolls V? Yes, I am. Bed22455 asks, wait, did I say 3 5s? Oh, there's only 2. Who cares? What was the first Zelda game you ever played, and how did you get it? Ooh, first Zelda game was The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. And I don't even remember how I stumbled upon it. I think I just rented it for some reason. And then I started playing it, and I'm like, this game's cool. I want to play more. Yes, I said this game was cool as like a 6-year-old kid or something. I don't know. No, I didn't really, but yeah, pretty much. I think I rented it, and then I just started playing it, and then I bought it eventually. Where in the United States do you live? I've heard you talking about various bits of weather happening, and I've always been curious. Yep. And yes, I do live in the United States, although many people seem to think I live in the United Kingdom for some reason. Although that would be a good thing for me, but I live in northwestern Indiana, so we have random weather stuff going around here, I don't know, and I guess the South apparently starts in southern Indiana, even though we're a northern state. Isn't that great? Okay, enough of my ranting. Dark Zerker X asks, what kind of computer do you have, and what computer are you getting? Let's see, I have a Sony Vaio, and I'm getting... was it an HP 410 Elite? 410E Elite? I forget the exact name of it. It's an HP computer, though. HP has been good to a lot of people I know in the past. The Vampman24 asks, will you ever have a website or forum? The short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, but I don't know when. I don't know when. HP4TW asks, do you have a PS3? I'm not sure why this was flagged as spam. But yes, I do. I do have a PS3. I barely use it, but I do have a PS3. I just need some better games for it. Little Grimmy1 asks, do you like Fable? Yes, I do. I played the first Fable, and it was a very excellent game. In fact, I should probably go back to that RPG question and amend it a bit, because that was one of my favorite RPGs as well, the first Fable. I never played the second Fable, and I don't plan on getting the third Fable either, though. Okay. JML5897 asks, is Zelos and Kajido the same character? Let's see. No, they're not. Technically, they are, but like it depends on if you're asking about the game or the skits. The skits, no, they're two different people. The character, yes, it's the exact same character. Everything I show on Oblivion is through the Zelos character. I just didn't feel like making a second profile, because it's like when I want them to interact, I don't want to... I mean, I can't do it between two profiles or more if I need to have them interact somehow. So yeah, they're all just the same character. Second question. Have you ever thought of playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2? Now, I watched a Let's Play of one of those. I want to wager it was the first one, and it looked pretty good. But no, I don't really want to play those. I think I'd rather just wait for the Old Republic. Oh, spoilers, I'm waiting for the MMO, the Old Republic. Although I don't know how much I'll even be able to play that, because MMOs are just like, ugh. It's like, let's just waste hours on end doing stuff. I mean, they're cool, they're fun, but I don't know if I'll have the time to pick up a brand new MMO. So, yes and no, I guess, for your question. I don't want to Let's Play them, especially since people seem to think that 2 was not that good, but... yeah, okay. Oh, next question. Warlick FF101 asked, do you think you will ever play the Old Republic coming out this year? I'm assuming you meant 2011, because we've got about 10 days left, and at the time of this recording, because I know someone will freak out and be like, oh, it's this date, that doesn't make 10. Well, it's around 10 at the time of this recording. But yeah, yes, I will definitely try to play it, because some of my friends are going to play it. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to elaborate on that. Okay, oh, someone else answered how to mod Oblivion through Steam, so whenever I said that other question, there you go. Where are we? Diablo LOT 1976 asks, Teamudf, any chance you'll do a Let's Play of Nerim one day? Nerim is the, for those of you that don't know, it's the major, what do they call them even? Not overhaul. Rehaul? Why am I blanking on this stuff? Whatever. Yeah, it's, but it pretty much replaces all of Oblivion with that mod, so I would have to just be playing Nerim and not like anything else at the same time. But the short answer slightly is yes, I do plan on playing it one day. Probably when Skyrim is rolling around and or if I just start running out of other Oblivion mods to review, that's when I'll start Nerim. ZTAS 2. Teamudf, do a Let's Play of Halo Reach or Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's not a question, but I will respond to it anyway. I wanted to do a Let's Play of Reach, but I never got my Dazzle or some better equipment than someone suggested to me a long time ago. I don't even remember what it was. But I never got my Dazzle, so I never did a Let's Play of Reach. Brotherhood, I might if I get the Dazzle or whatever it is, but we'll see. Super Bowser 100 asks, where is Mario? No, I'm just kidding. What made you think of names like Zelos and Kajido? Well, at the very beginning here, I alluded to my favorite game of all time being Skies of Arcadia Legends. Now, in that game, one of the final bosses is actually called Zelos. It's, I don't know if it had a subtitle. It was one of the 7 Gigas, and it was the best Gigas. But I don't remember if there's any more backstory with it. But anyway, that's where I got the name Zelos from. And Kajido, I'm actually going to get to what made me use Kajido, and I'm actually going to explain that somewhat in a skit, but for the sake of just answering it now, it's actually a type of devil, and it's the Japanese name of Smithy in Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Let's see, and your second question. What was your first Oblivion character called, and what race was he? Even on the 360, I named my character Zelos, and he was still a Breton. Okay, Ryan R508 asks, what is Zealous' and Kajido's origin? Stay tuned to more 1,000 subscriber celebrations to find out. Oh ho ho! Second question, what made you interested into starting to play mods in Oblivion? I think I covered that already in a previous question. Next up, GRK Egumon. Yeah, okay, that works. Do you have a game system, i.e. PS3, Xbox? And also, do you think one day you could do a Minecraft video with some subs like me and a few others? Already did the console game discussion thing. Also for Minecraft, yeah, sure, yeah. Like I think I alluded to in my little holiday preview show, instead of just Let's Playing Minecraft, I do want to show off some of the multiplayer aspects to it, so I do have to eventually get in there with some multiplayer servers eventually. So yeah, sure. We'll have some fun in Minecraft. Oblivio Champ 5986. I feel like that number I've seen that number combination before. Whatever. What's your very favorite mod? Did that already. Can you do a skit that involves Cleon getting his backside whooped? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And you'll see it eventually. That's the short answer. Alright. Some guy 0051 asks, have you seen the Oblivion machinima on YouTube called Argonian Adventures, made by Lord of Corruption? No, I have not, but I will go check them out right after this now. And second question, how long do you plan on doing skits for Oblivion? Probably until I become either bored with them, or run out of ideas for storyline, or people just start losing interest for one reason or another. I don't really have a set end in mind. And actually, I think that was, like, someone else's question. Yeah, I see it up there. Okay, but we'll get to that in a bit. Alright. Hymax9 asks, could you answer the following? That's technically one question. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Let's see, what Windows program do you have? Windows Vista now, Windows 7 when I get my new machine. Intel Core number. Crap, if I remember for this one. I think the next one is an i7? Computer brand, now VAIO, later HP. Computer year, 2007, 2010 for the next one, maybe? RAM, 2 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes respectively. Amount of hard drive. I believe the ones on this start with 140 gigabytes, and there are 2 of them. The one on my new machine is going to be a terabyte, or maybe 1.5 terabytes, I forget exactly. Antivirus, Norton. And internet company. Short answer, Comcast. Okay, let's see. Ekamodi asks, do you ever think of what is to become of your Tales of Oblivion? I mean, like, will it just end with the defeat of Kajido without an H, or will it continue with a new villain with an H? No, I'm just kidding. Alright. That kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where I don't really know where it'll end. There are other villains in mind, however, and I don't just mean, like, Tyron and Benji and them. I mean, like, there will be other villains. Main villains, major villains, manly villains, girly villains. No, maybe, I don't know. Okay. I do have one major, season ender in mind eventually, but I don't think that'll end up being the complete end of Tales from Cyrodiil. The Dark Sam. Wait a minute, you asked a question somewhere. Well, I don't remember. Are you going to do a live show on Justin.tv or somewhere else? Again, the short answer is, yes I am. The long answer is, yes I am. But I need to wait for my new machine and maybe, gauge interest for that kind of stuff and set up some account on Justin TV. Figure out how to do it, pretty much. I have to figure out how to do it. And luckily, this is a nice transition into this other guy's question. I'm Cookies, and the O's are zeros. Holy crap. Have you ever wanted to do dual commentaries with people who do sort of the same interests as you? Okay, anyway. In other words, are you willing to do dual commentary? Yes, I am. Once again, I'd have to figure out how to do stuff like that, but yeah. I'd be interested in doing dual commentary, because sometimes it's just more fun to have another voice in there, and actually what I was contemplating for the longest time is just have some of the other UDF members and some of my closest buddies just get in here and start commentating on random crap that's going on. But yeah, yeah, hopefully I will do live Justin.tv things and dual commentary in the future. Okay, and your other question, what got you into gameplay commentaries? I think, yeah, that goes along with some of the past questions. Okay, the Heathmar 10 asks, what mods do you use for the red load? Oh, for crying out loud. What mods do you use for the red loading screen and inventory screens in smaller font size for items? Please respond. Dark UI darn. I know that darn is like part of the mod name. It's not like, but yeah, Dark UI. Just go to TES Nexus and look for the Dark UI series. And that's pretty much all of them. Okay, F.O. Shaw 23 asks, hey team. Oh, he doesn't really have a question. Oh wait, he does have a question. He changed his mind. What's first name? I did that already. Did you come up? Oh, I did both of those already. Well, okay. Sorry about that. Jack Pipsam asks, are you looking forward to the new Elder Scrolls? Yes. Second question, are you going to get Morrowind? Nah, not really. We got a lot of stuff that I really have to finish. It's not Oblivion, Zelda, etc. related, so I don't really want to pick up a brand new game, especially if I start Let's Playing more stuff. Well, rather, when I do other Let's Plays. I mean, I'm not just going to do Oblivion and Zelda forever. I do want to do other games. Anyway, SSJ Protector asks, what is your favorite race in Oblivion? Well, I'm assuming you mean other than humans. Even though, yeah. Well, the Dark Elves are kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Dark Elves. I was going to... There was this MMO called Dark and Light. When it was coming out, I actually wanted to play a Dark Elf. So I suppose I can transfer that into Oblivion. But yeah, I don't really think about stuff like that much. Second question. What is your favorite destruction spell between Atomic Blast and Plasma Rupture? Well, I have no clue what Atomic Blast is, first of all. Oh no, he probably means Nuclear Blast. Okay, no. It's that lightning spell I use, which I forget if I called it Deadly Shock, or if it was from something else, but that would be my other favorite destruction spell. Just because it's freaking reliable. Because I don't really have to aim to hit with it, so yeah. It's kind of cool. Okay. Geis, 241 asks, how is the mod you're working on coming along? It's dead, pretty much. Okay. Is that it? No, that's not it. Okay. Weaver Death asks, who was your favorite, most epic boss battle out of any Oblivion mod? Let's see. It was probably the first time I played The Lost Spires. Like, not when I Let's Played it, but when I first played through it, the Avatar was an epic battle for me. It just lasted... It lasted a good amount of time, and it was pretty difficult back then, since that was when I first got Oblivion for the PC, so my character was so underleveled. I mean, I had next to no chance most of the time in the... What were those guys? The Warlocks. Those guys gave me complete crap. But the Avatar, that was a fun battle. That was an awesome battle. More modern time, maybe Tyrus, because he wasn't ridiculous. Garthus can die. I hate Garthus. I'm gonna, like, drive rusted sticks through his eyes. Sticks can be rusted now. Okay, let's see. Were there any more on this page? Yes, there were. Kin Valor 77,000, now just 77, asks, how did you get into Zelda? I found Link. I still think I stumbled upon Link to the Past randomly because I don't remember anybody showing it to me. But that was the first time I played a Zelda game, and the series stuck in my mind ever since. When I played Ocarina, it was over. I was hooked forever. That was pretty much the end of that deal. Second question. Have you ever played Morrowind? No. Awkward Waffle asks, your favorite game on the Xbox 360? What do I have over here? It's gonna be a toss-up. Oh wait, 360. No, hold on. No, that's a bit easier. Let's see. Was that on the 360? Okay, yeah. Toss-up between probably. Yeah, I'm like thinking about this now. Hold on. You know what? No, Ninja Gaiden 2. That's my favorite game on the 360 right now. A close second though is Halo Reach / Halo 3 / Halo 3 ODST. Just because I play those games online so often. Well, Reach more so now, because I like abandoned games when new versions of them come out. I don't really know why, but overall, definitely Ninja Gaiden 2. It brought a similar feeling as Ninja Gaiden Black did. There wasn't as much adventure, but overall it was exactly what I was looking for. Halo Reach, the Halo series, I still have a couple gripes with, but Ninja Gaiden I'd never have a gripe with, so I guess that would have to be my answer there. And that seems to be all the questions we have time for in this session. Thanks to everybody for participating. Thanks again for all the subscribers. We'll probably do it again some other time. I'm not sure when. 2000, maybe? 1500? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, for now, this has been Teamudf, and I have some other specials to start getting work on. See you in a bit.